We've now come to the final segment of today's summit, and that is the presentation of the Walter F. Ehrnfelt Award for Outstanding Regional Contribution. This award bears the name of the late Walter F. Ehrnfelt, Jr., the former mayor of Strongsville and a longtime NOACA governing board member. NOACA initiated this award to recognize an individual who exhibits superior leadership, regional cooperation, accomplishment, and dedication as exemplified in the public career of Wally Ehrnfelt. Wally was the mayor of Strongsville for 25 years and was Cuyahoga County's longest-standing mayor. His motto was, "It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice." This is the 9th year we've presented the award, and we're fortunate to have some previous winners here today. Please stand if you are a former Ehrnfelt Award winner. I'm going to name some of the folks. Former Lorain County Commissioner Betty Blair, now retired. Former Geauga County Commissioner Neil Hofstadter. Former Cuyahoga County Engineer Bob Kleiber, now with CT Consultants. Irwin O'Deal, retired Executive Director of the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District. Our own Steve Hambley, Medina County Commissioner. And I don't believe either Jerry Ruby or Chris Renane are here, but we do have Lake County Commissioner Dan Troy. Before we announce this year's recipient, I want to thank and recognize the selection committee. They include the previous year's award recipient, as well as representatives from NOACA's 5-county region and Cleveland. The following individuals served this year on the committee: Lydia Champlin, retired mayor of Chagrin Falls, representing the county; Judge Charles L. Patton of the Cleveland Municipal Court; former Commissioner Hofstadter from Geauga County; Dave Anderson, the mayor of Willoughby; Betty Blair, the former Lorain County Commissioner; Ralph Berry from the NOACA Governing Board President, Medina County Commissioner; and Daniel Troy. Is Mrs. Ehrnfelt here today for the award? Okay. And we want to also acknowledge her, Ann Ehrnfelt, Wally's widow. And finally, I'm just going to call up Joe Calabrese, the general manager of RTA, who submitted the nomination of this year's winner, to come up and make the announcement.
Yeah, thanks. It's certainly my pleasure to be here, and it's certainly my pleasure to make the nomination. When I saw the nomination form, I knew immediately who I wanted to nominate, but I wasn't quite sure that I should. And the reason for that is not because that person isn't deserving, but because that person's a friend. And sometimes you feel funny about nominating a friend to do something, because is he or she deserving, or is he or she just a friend? And the more I thought about it, I figured out that no one would ever nominate this person because they're everyone's friend. So I thought probably in that case it was appropriate. The award obviously this year goes to what a Howard Mayor Love Fest today is. But Howard, congratulations on being the newest award winner of the Ehrnfelt Award. We've heard today several times about the great 23 years of work Howard has done, about how he worked long and hard to turn the reputation around, as our county executive has. Been persistent, upfront guy, great integrity, built that trust and friendship, Howard, that really mattered. Some of the many things that have happened in my 12 years here under Howard's leadership are things like the TLCI program, the Regional Pavement Management Program, the Urban Core Communities Policy, road safety audits, establishing the Transit Council, and certainly NOACA has been, and I know will continue to be, public transit friendly. In addition to Howard's duties, he is a regular instructor at Cleveland State, and he always asks me to come and speak to his class, which now I may or may not agree to do, but I'm sure that I will. Certainly, Howard has received a number of great awards. We talked recently, last year, he was given the Build Up Greater Cleveland George Voinovich Award, which was a great honor. Certainly his wife, Sue, is here. His mom is here. Congratulations and welcome here. And his cousin, Jerry. So, Howard, congratulations on behalf of the group, and please say a few words.
Oh, thank you. Well, Thank you, Joe. How nice. Could I have asked for a better day? Maybe my wedding day.
He didn't mean Mary. He didn't mean maybe. He said,
Absolutely. Anyway, well, thank you, Joe, for sure. Thank you, President Gers. I truly appreciate your dedication, involvement, wisdom, and humor now. I didn't know you were such a humorist. As NOACA's governing board president, I want to thank Executive Fitzgerald for he's gone now, right? He had to go. Well, but anyway, I want to thank him for his leadership and innovations with Cuyahoga County. We talk of regionalism, we attempt to do regionalism, but Ed Fitzgerald implements it. And thank you, NOACA. Thank you for this great award. I am very, very grateful and very honored. I'm especially honored to join the company of the previous honorees. And it's all great that you're here, and I'm looking forward to joining you next year. That'll be nice. It's like winning the Masters. You get to come back. So it'll be nice. They are or were all outstanding public officials who provided exceptional service to their communities, counties, and the region as a whole. I am so pleased that I've had the good fortune of working with each and every one of them. All have a record of significant accomplishments and have served the public faithfully and with inspiration. Public service is still a worthy endeavor, and those individuals have served the public with distinction. So thank you. I want to say a few words about the late Walter Ehrnfelt. As mayor of Strongsville, he certainly advocated for the city of the community's interest. And after all, he should. The citizens of Strongsville elected him for that purpose. But Mayor Ehrnfelt brought more than advocacy of Strongsville to NOACA. He understood the importance of cooperation, and he understood the need for this region to stand and work together. I'm sure he'd be standing side by side with County Executive Ed Fitzgerald if he were still alive today. With regard to NOACA, he was the longest serving board member of the agency, and he was the board president in 1985. Naming an award for regional contribution in his name is totally appropriate and fitting. My personal dealings with Wally, as he was generally and affectionately known, were always positive. Whenever I needed his help on any issue, he was right there. For example, when I needed a knowledgeable board member to meet with state officials in Columbus, he took time out from his busy schedule to drive there with me. Actually, he did the driving in his souped-up Crown Vic. I just hung on while he set speed records. That was Wally. He went to Washington to lobby members of Congress on NOACA's behalf. It was Wally who first endorsed Virginia Ainsley. I'm pleased to say that Virginia has been the NOACA Washington representative throughout my entire tenure with NOACA. Without Wally's endorsement, we might never have had the benefit of Virginia's services. When NOACA was going through its crisis, he valued and supported the agency when others were willing to abandon it. He had intelligence, perseverance, loyalty, and a deep sense of community. I'm certainly glad I got to know him, even if it was for just a very brief time. I've had the good fortune to have received a number of awards during my career, but being recognized by NOACA in this way has extra meaning for me. I may receive credit for successes, but I know I couldn't have done my job without the extraordinary effort of the staff, the technical committees, and the governing board. You have compelled me to be the best professional I can be. I've had the pleasure of working with you, both staff members and board members, for almost 24 years. During that time, I've seen your logic and your passion. I've seen your amazing technical, literary, artistic, and political skills as we analyze and evaluate proposals, solve financial and political problems, produce documents and reports, work with the public and the media, all while trying to plan for the future. I'm so honored to be part of this group of people who care deeply and act professionally on behalf of our region. Your efforts really inspire me. Before relinquishing the microphone, I want to acknowledge my family. Unfortunately, my kids and grandson were not able to be here today. But I'm very pleased to note that my wife, Sue, is here. You can take another bow, Sue. So somebody said, so what are you going to talk about after you stop working for NOACA? So we'll find things to talk about. And I'm very pleased to note that my mother, Florence, is here. Mom will be 90 on July 4th. So, that's kind of civic, isn't it? So I'm very glad that she was able to join us today. My dad passed away quite a few years ago, but he was very civic-minded and loved to talk shop with me. We could do it for hours. So he would have been very pleased. In addition, my cousin Jerry Chapman is here today, and I want to thank Jerry for being here. In conclusion, I want to thank all of you again and again. I would not receive any award without your good work. As a final thought, I want to remind all of you about the importance of our collective work. You and I and all of us together are the ones who plan for and provide for the region's infrastructure. We even know how to spell it. You're the ones who think of ways to equitably spend the scarce resources available to us. You're the ones who look to the region's future. So thank you very, very much.